Europe overhang on emerging markets is almost over, says Vikram Pandit, CEO of Citigroup. ET Now Shaili Chopra caught up with him exclusively on the sidelines of the World Economic Summit 2012. She began by asking him what he expects from emerging markets this year.
My expectations are that they continue to grow. The European issue has had an overhang on the emerging markets, on the U.S., and that overhang will remain, not entirely, it's gotten better, but may still remain until the issue is resolved with a little bit more certainty. But looking through all of that, I expect India to grow, I expect China to grow, I expect Brazil to grow, and that's where the growth's coming from, the emerging market consumer, the emerging market companies, and we're counting on that in the West to help us grow too.
That's so true. However, the banking sector has world over, and particularly emerging markets, also announced lots of job cuts. I mean, not just Citi, but a few others in India as well. Do you anticipate that little pain is likely to still play out fully?
As long as the country is growing, as long as the economy is growing, as long as the vibrancy is there, ultimately you need the banking system to support that growth. So I can fully understand how every bank, and at moments in time, you have to make sure you're sized right for the opportunity, but the opportunity is big over time, and it's growing, and that's a good thing.
You've been speaking to a large number of Indian corporation heads. What is the signal they're giving you? Because here in Davos, many believe that India has outperformed in conversation, but not quite walked the talk in terms of growth. Do you think there's a sentiment that's come off a bit from the India euphoria here in Davos?
I think 8% growth is nothing to apologize for. I think 7% growth is nothing to apologize for. That is fantastic. And when, as you know, when you go down to the villages in India, you go to the third, fourth level cities, there's so much entrepreneurship. The people of India are resilient, and I have a lot of faith in them. So there is no reason for me to walk away believing in anything other than the growth cycle is going to continue.
You yourself have been the big advocate of emerging market businesses. That's one of the key pieces of Citi's story in emerging market. What markets do you see will be leading within the emerging markets? Do you see Brazil doing an eclipse on India, or Indonesia, which is suddenly being the one that could take in the eye in the BRICS?
You know, every market has its own story. Every market is different. Every market is growing. The one thing I'll tell you, though, is the emerging markets are much more interrelated than people believe. The biggest change in the world is that emerging market to emerging market trade is growing significantly, exponentially. Capital flows between the emerging markets are growing exponentially. So every country may have a different model. They may be at different stages of development, but I think they grow together.